Hi, I'm Stu Flom from AdaptiVision, and today I will be demonstrating the Reinecker Mezzo Focus 20-inch video magnifier. When you think of all the options that are available for folks with low vision today, it's great. There are so many different options. That's the good part. The hard part is that for many people, it's just overwhelming. There are so many different choices. When I started in this field over 30 years ago, there were essentially a few choices. They were these very large, people called them CCTVs or CRT, cathode ray tube video magnifiers. They were big and bulky. There were a couple options, maybe 14 inches or 20 inches, and that's what existed. Now there are so many options, portables, wearables, text-to-speech. So there are so many different choices. What I've noticed over these many years is that people still benefit, many people, seniors especially, benefit from desktop video magnifiers. However, some people complain that they're too big, they're too bulky, and they're too heavy. But many people, as I mentioned, do best with a desktop. And now there is an option which I like to call transportable video magnifiers. One option is the Reinecker Mezzo 20, because it folds down flat but works exactly like a desktop video magnifier. It is a desktop video magnifier. And the advantage is you can have a fairly large screen, so you have a large field. You can go 16 inches or 20 inches or 24 inches. I will be showing you the 20 inches right in between, which works really well for a lot of people. And it has what's called an XY table, which means that when you place your reading material below the camera, there's a movable tray. The advantage of this, especially for folks with central vision loss, particularly macular degeneration, is that you can work around your central vision loss. Very often you have what's called a scotoma, or a big obstruction right in front of you, right in your central vision. But by placing your material on a movable tray, you are learning, your eyes, your vision, and your brain is learning to use more of your peripheral vision by consistently placing the reading material where your vision sees it best, where your eyes see those words the best. It could be a little bit left of center or right of center, but very often not right in the central area. So that tends to work out very well. The Reinecker Mezzo 20 comes out of the box folded in a very compact position. And to set it up, all you do is you push back on the neck so that it clicks into place, and then you swing out the screen by pushing it down and then lifting it up, and it's all set up to go. Very, very easy to do. After taking the unit out of the box, you want to connect the power supply in the back where it says 12 volt or 12V DC, and you just plug it in. To power the unit on, simply reach back to the power control, which is in the back of the unit on the right-hand side. Just push away from you, and that will power the unit on. When the unit is powered on, you'll see the Reinecker name come on the screen. You'll see the lights come on, and you're ready to place material on the XY surface. After placing the information on the surface of the XY table, we have different options. We could change the background. Typically what people need is very high contrast, because as you get older, and especially with macular degeneration, you lose contrast sensitivity. So we can have a white on black, we can have a black background with white print, and then we have some other options as well. Yellow with black, blue background with yellow, true color, which is great for looking at color material, but not so good for looking at text, and then the higher contrast, white background with black. We can move the XY table for reading very slowly, sort of like a typewriter. We can also change the magnification simply by rotating the large knob in the center. So we can make it larger or smaller. Quite often people don't need as much magnification as they think as they get more acclimated to moving that tray, because again, what you tend to do is move the material in the best part of your vision. We can also control the brightness and contrast with this button on the right hand side. The factory default settings for most people are pretty good, so you really typically don't have to worry about that. And in the back there's also the option to turn off the lights or turn off one light if you're looking at very shiny material. Often people are interested in using a desktop video magnifier for writing, whether you're trying to write correspondence or check or doing crossword puzzles. There's plenty of working space with the Mezzo 20. What I can do is actually lock the tray by sliding this lever all the way over to the right. You just find the tip of the pen, you bring it to the line, and you just write. And it's very easy to do. If you're trying to do a craft or something like that, there's plenty of working space underneath, and it works great for writing. In the color mode, the resolution and color quality is phenomenal on this device. So it's great for looking at family pictures, for looking at catalogs and magazines. It does a wonderful job. But again, when you're reading text, it works best to have a very high contrast. For most people, either it's a white on black or black on white. And when you're done, all you do is you reach back to turn it off. And if you want, you can put the monitor back in the flat position. And if you have very limited space, you can move it where you want to take it. Or if you're traveling, let's say to one of your children's homes or a friend's home, you could put it in a case and move it from place to place. So it's really, for many people, the best of both worlds. It truly is a desktop unit, but it collapses so it can be moved. It's not super heavy. And you have the beauty of having an XY table, which is great if you have central vision loss. And it's affordable as well. It's a super quality product. Both engineered and manufactured in Germany.